Good morning, students. Our today's topic is GST. So before we start GST, we should know where did GST came into existence from. So basically, it is a part of tax. So we must know first of all tax. Now what is tax? Tax is a compulsory financial charge, or we can say is tax is a compulsory payment which need to be paid by the citizen to the government. Tax is a financial charge that need to be paid by the citizen to the government. Now this tax is of two types. The first one is direct tax and the second one is indirect tax. So I hope you all have understood that why do government need tax. Now let's take a recent example since you all are aware that we are in the current situation of pandemic which the whole world is facing. So you might have heard that government is saying that these expenses will be borne by government, those expenses need to be borne by government. So where do government have that money to pay? That money is exactly the tax that is collected by government through various sources. Now these sources are either direct tax or indirect tax. Now when we talk about direct tax, so direct tax is something that is collected by government directly. That is any tax which is collected by government directly from the taxpayer is called as direct tax. For example, income tax, wealth or property tax, etc. So this is a kind of tax that taxpayer directly pays to government, which is paid on income. The second one is indirect tax, which is not paid directly by the taxpayer to the government, rather it is paid indirectly. So best example we can say is indirect tax is something that is wrapped in the price of a commodity. The best example, your generation loves to have pizza. Now if you want to have pizza, you'll go to pizza shop and you'll buy a pizza. You'll see to it that pizza price is divided into two categories. Earlier it was in 3 to 4 categories, but now it is divided into 2 to 3 categories. The first one is the basic price of pizza plus GST. Now that GST we will have to discuss a bit later on. So basically this is indirect tax which is collected by the shopkeeper from you and later paid to the government. So that becomes indirect tax. That means any tax which is not collected by government directly from the taxpayer but from some other sources it is collected and then paid to the government is called as indirect tax. So students, earlier we had so many indirect taxes which had lots of ununiformity into every state. So to bring uniformity, such as there was VAT, there was service tax, there was entertainment tax, there were so many taxes. So to bring uniformity in all these states, it was necessary to bring everyone into the same tax bracket for which GST was introduced. So now we have to move towards GST. So now we have to move towards GST. But before we move towards GST, always remember direct tax, income tax, or property tax. Since we are talking about business will definitely earn some income, and this income is given by business to businessman, that is owner. So always remember the income which is earned by business belongs to businessman, that is owner. So technically the income belongs to owner, and if on that income tax is paid by business, if that on that income tax is paid by business, so it is to be remembered that this is the income of businessman, but the tax is paid by business, which means the owner's expenses are borne by business and hence it will be considered as drawing. So we'll pass the same effect as we do for the drawing. Now we have GST. Now what is GST? So GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. That means it is a tax which is there for goods and services that are sold and purchased. In India, it was launched on 1st of July 2017. 1st July 2017, GST brought into India. Before that, we just had discussion on that, but it came into legal force from 1st of July 2017. Now, what do we have under GST? We have three GSTs, as you can see here. First one is CGST, second one is SGST, and third one is IGST. Now, when we talk about CGST, it stands for Central Goods and Services Tax. So under CGST, as you can see here, that tax is levied on intra-state suppliers. Now, what is the meaning of intra? So intra means within. Intra means within. That means under CGST, taxes levied when the transaction is taking place within the state. So we have to apply CGST. The next one is SGST. When tax is levied and collected by state government on the intrastate suppliers. Here also you can see intrastate. That means this is also within. So when transaction is taking place within the within the state, the first tax is levied by central government and the second tax is levied by the state government. That means whatever the tax amount will be divided into two parts. Half will belong to center and half will belong to state. So whenever transaction is taking place within the state, there will be two GSTs involved. The first one is CGST and the second one is SGST. Now moving towards third, that is IGST, which stands for Interstate Goods and Services Tax. Now when the transaction is taking place interstate, that is beyond the state, that is outside the boundaries of a one state, or we can say simply when more than one state is involved, is known as interstate transaction. So in case of interstate transaction, we have single GST, which is IGST. So the whole amount will be applicable to the IGST. Now, as you all can see here, for the purchase transaction, so just have a thought in your mind that if we are purchasing goods, we'll have to pay GST. That means if we are purchasing goods, we'll have to pay GST. So it is an expense. And since it is an expense, it need to be debited. And if we are selling goods, it is an income because we are collecting GST and hence it need to be credited. So you can see here when purchase transaction takes place intrastate, that is within the state. So as you can see, purchases account will be debited. As you all know that purchases need to be debited because they comes under real account. Input CGST because we have paid CGST. So we'll have to debit it, that is input CGST account debit. We'll have to pay SGST as well. So input SGST account debit 2. Definitely, we have brought goods from someone, so to creditor's account. And if we have brought goods on cash, so cash need to be credited. In case if we are purchasing goods from interstate, that is from other state, the entry should technically be purchases account debit. I input IGST account debit. Here, why do have we taken input IGST? As we already have discussed, whenever interstate transaction take place, will have only one GST, that is input IGST. Account debit to creditor's account or to cash account, whatever the case may be.